Okay, but then before we start, we have 3 ways on how to hold the battle. So first, ito po, if we hold the battle this way, ang tawag po natin dito is bartender's grip. Bartender's grip. Now, if we hold the battle this way, we call this juggler's grip. Juggler's grip. Now, if we hold the battle this way, we call it reverse grab. Reverse grab. Okay, mga katoma. So, are you ready? First move. Frontal flip. Frontal flip. Frontal flip. Frontal flip. Frontal flip. Frontal flip. Second move. Side flip. Side flip. Side flip. Side flip. Side flip. Side flip. Third move. Rainbow pass. Rainbow pass. Rainbow pass. Okay. Fourth move. Throw behind the back. So make sure to hold the battle this way and then throw behind the back. Okay. And then pip, shoulder back flip. Okay, now goes for the sixth move. For the sixth move, thumb roll. Up, down. Up, down. Thumb roll. One more. Thumb roll. And for the seventh move, waterfalls. One more time. Waterfalls. And for the 8 moves, we will do the tomahawk. 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 And for the 9th move, boomerang. Boomerang. And for our 10th move, stall. 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 Alright. Alright, what's up? So, ngayon naman, meron akong i-share na sequence. So, it's a classic sequence. And for sure, madali nyo itong makagaya, madali nyo itong makukuha. Okay, so de-demonstrate ko lang sa inyo and then later, paulit-ulit natin gagawin para masundan nyo. Right. So first, ito, yung thumb natin na reverse. Ayan, reverse thumb. One more. Reverse thumb. Okay. And then, shaker. Reverse, shaker. Okay? Reverse, and then cut. Reverse, cut. Okay? Reverse, cut, behind the back. Okay, one more. Reverse, cut, behind the back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, dagdagan natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last.
Maybe it won't be so smooth right away, but with a little bit of practice, you're gonna look great making these cocktails. Okay, so the first thing, you see a guest come walking up to your bar and you wanna do something simple. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be super flashy. So in one fluid motion, spread the fingers right to left, up and down. And I would even recommend maybe just trying it a couple times without the napkin so you get used to looking directly at the guest and not at the napkin. Last time. So out of all the moves I'm gonna teach you today, this next one might be the trickiest to learn, but with a little bit of practice, it will be amazing for your guests to watch. So what I did there is something you can actually practice with the shaker first. So I always pick up the glass, hinge a little bit, and then you do a thumb roll. So it goes on the outside all the way in. So hinge, thumb roll. So in slow motion, just like you kind of flick your wrists a little bit and then it rotates around your thumb and then you catch it. So when you do it with the glass, once again, looks like that. I want to use some premium ice, but first of all, you need to grab your tongue, which you can spin around on your finger. That adds a little bit of style. For this simple trick, you have to make sure you get the tongs that have like the little rounded spot where you can put your finger in and it'll go around nice and smooth around your finger. So you can't use tongs like this clearly because then they'll probably just fall off. So let me grab my premium ice. Now I know not all of you are gonna have access to this type of ice at your bar, so you may actually have to skip this next step. But if you do have this, make sure it fits in your highball glass, and then when you place it on there on an angle, it won't sink in right away, but you can do a nice little spin. And people will be like, wow, what kind of ice is that? So after you do this little spin, you can pick it up with the tongs and place it into the highball. And now you just fill up the glass with the rest of the ice. Okay, so the last video I showed you a trick where you poured into the shaker some liquid and then you flipped it into a pour. So I'm just gonna pour it out right there because I'm not using that to make my drink. We did get a lot of feedback that some of you don't actually mix into the shakers, you use jiggers for your pours. So I have something for you today. Okay, so to start, we're gonna do a little move with the jigger, just a little flashy move before you actually pick up the bottle and pour into it. So you can't do this with every type of jigger. So for instance, this little one here, it's probably not gonna work because you can't really rotate it. Maybe you guys could, but I can't. So I highly recommend one more like this because it's a little bit longer so you can play around with it more. And so I start, just to show you, start with grabbing the top of the jigger in between your index finger and middle finger, and then upside down, and then you kind of rotate, and when it gets here you put your thumb on the inside and you can kind of flip it into a pouring position. Okay, and then at that point, here's a bonus move for you. You can pick up the bottle, kind of rotate it a little bit as you pick it up and pour into the jigger. So with this bottle trick, I highly recommend maybe practicing with an empty bottle, or if you win the plastic bottle in this giveaway, you can practice with this. So just kind of pull it up out of the well, a little spin. So you use your thumb and your two fingers here to kind of force it to spin. You can't really tell it's spinning when it's blank like that. So I'll show you with the sky bottle. So, see, it's even better with a square one. Now let me show you these two moves in action. Okay, and for the next part, you're gonna pour just a little bit of liquid into the jigger because I wanna show you how to flip it with liquid inside. So just a little bit so that your guests can actually see that there's liquid inside here, and then you'll be able to flip it just like that. And you can see that there's liquid in there. So you can either choose to show off to your guests by pouring it into the glass, or what I would recommend is to continue filling up the shot so you get the correct amount into your drink, just like this. Ta-da! So the last couple of tips for this jigger trick with the flip is you pour into it, but make sure the jigger's straight up. That way you can flip without spilling. And also, you won't be able to do it with another jigger like this because it's wider, so the liquid will spill everywhere. So you wanna make sure you use a tall, skinny jigger like this. All right, let me go ahead and show you for an example why you don't wanna pour it into one of this size. So you don't have to go ahead and waste your liquor at your own bar. Whoop. Okay, and for our last ingredient, we will use tonic. And this will give me an opportunity to show off some more flashiness behind the bar. So if you guys don't have a super cool bottle opener, you should get one. It could be something like this, or it could be a double bottle opener. Oh, this one says Slick Bartender on it. That's pretty cool. So what I'm trying to point out here is that it's not always about the flair and the big moves that catch people's attention. Sometimes it's as simple as cool bar tools behind the bar. So let me show you a couple cool ways to open up a bottle. So you have your bottle opener, you can spin it a couple times, get everyone's attention, pop off the cap and catch it. Okay, and so after you pop it off and you catch it into this hand, you might notice sometimes it could be a little challenging to actually catch the cap when you have the bottle opener in your other hand. So you can put the bottle down and just take the cap and practice until you get good at that. So after you get good at catching it from one hand to the other, you should also practice throwing it up like that and catching it in the same hand. And now that you've got that move, you can put the empty bottle off to the side if you want to practice with that one later, and grab the real thing so we can finish our cocktail. Right in the trash. So sorry about that. I went ahead and upgraded that move a little bit. You guys can practice that behind the bar as well. All right, so now it's time to get rid of this empty bottle, but you're not gonna just throw it away. Why would you do that? Here is a simple trick. After you empty it out, which I clearly did, you can you can throw it behind the back and then into the trash, or you can upgrade it and do a bump to a catch. So just like this. As you're practicing this, you should probably have that already, but if you don't, make sure you can get that one 10 out of 10 times, and then you can practice the bump and catch in front first and get that one 10 out of 10 times. Then you can upgrade the catch under the arm, and when you can get that 10 out of 10 times, then you move it to the back. And now it's time to save some turtles and use a metal straw. Okay, to start learning this move, let's not forget, you don't want to touch the tip with your fingers. So grab it with, I use a thumb and forefinger, and then just kind of, you could pull it back to yourself if you're a beginner. So just pop it up, grab it, and then you can put it in. And then as you get more comfortable, because you don't want to drop this straw because they're the metal straws, so it's not like if you drop a plastic one, you can just throw it away. This one you're gonna have to spend time washing, so. And then once you get comfortable with that, you can upgrade with a single flip. Ta-da!
Thank you so much guys for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give a like and comment something here. Of course, if you're new here, so please subscribe. But I also really hope that you will continue following Terry's journey on her channel, and we prepared some giveaway for everyone who will do 3 simple steps. So first of all, we have the cocktail shaker set, and we have American flag customized jigger and strainer. So, and the flare bottle. Terry's gonna sign it, so make sure to sign it.
Okay.
So, what you need to do if you would like to be part of this giveaway is 3 simple steps. Go right now to Terry B YouTube channel, subscribe, and leave a comment under the last video. Also, go to her Instagram, I'm Terry B, and simply follow. That's all you need to do. And make sure that on YouTube you have an option open where you can see all your subscriptions. So that way we can choose the winner and announce it in the next video. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I don't know. Okay, hang on. Just delete that, please.